You are a group of travellers in the world of era survival. I've introduced the world quite a lot of times, but I'm just going to do a very, very brief intro for anyone for whom this is their first video. So, 100 years ago, there was a cataclysm. A parasite evolved, or maybe a biological weapon was set off, but it's not terribly important, and no one really cares anymore. The point is that the parasite that was released was airborne, infectious, and changed every warm-blooded creature that it came into contact with. Humanity tried to fight back, but failed utterly, and 100 years later, humanity is a shell of what it once was. In another 100 years, humanity will almost certainly be extinct. People now don't live for the future, they live for themselves now. You are Vault Hunters, and Vault Hunters are a group of individuals who go around trying to find old continuity of government bunkers, which contain weapons and equipment from before the cataclysm. Most of the equipment that exists in the world has been used for 100 years, so, it's falling apart. But if you can find a vault with stuff in it, you will be rich beyond your wildest dreams. You'll have your choice of various different factions that you can sell the contents to, and you'll be set for life, which really is all anyone can hope for. However, there have only been 18 vaults found in the continent, and I'm sure you can imagine there are a lot more than 18 Vault Hunters groups. You pass a lot of your time trying to make ends meet by taking on jobs within various towns, and that's actually where we are going to drop in today, because you began your adventure 5 days ago at the White Cross Dispatch Centre. You were hired by a lady named Cynthia. She's one of the doctors at the White Cross Centre, and she offered you 100 brass to take a pallet of injection to a small town called Westbrook. You only had a week to get there, and it was a dangerous road, but you actually made it all the way, and within 5 days as well. You got to make some money, you got to help some people in need. All in all, it was worth it. It's win-win. So, where we're going to start this session is we're going to arrive at Westbrook. But first, I'd like you each in turn to introduce your character and just let people know a little bit about it, what they're like, how they behave. Let's do an alphabetical order. So let's start with Ant.
Alright, so I'm pretty much sure everything a human can actually see. So basically, high-rise slums, and I'm pretty much immune to anything right now. I have done a lot of things.
So the high-rise slums were an attempt to reclaim the world by one particular visionary architect who happened to have a lot of brass. He found a vault and decided to build the high-rise slums. It's basically literally a group of high-rise buildings from about 50 years ago. They've not been maintained properly, and only the most desperate try to live there. Zombies don't do so well with stairs and ladders, so the mutants can get in, but the shamblers cannot.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people who are totally desperate live there, but raiders are there, there's daily gunfights. It's pretty much the most dangerous civilized place in Gaia.
Yeah.
And I use civilized in big inverted commas.
I've actually done a number of things I did in my life that I'm not proud of, but it was all just so I can survive. And that's pretty much sort of sums up about me.
And you carry an assault rifle, which is quite a rare weapon, but you picked it up from the high-rise slums.
Yeah.
Okay, so Robert.
So Robert is an assassin turned into Vault Hunter, and doesn't talk too much about the past and why he's an assassin.
And he uses a sword, doesn't he?
And poison, yes.
Yeah. But he's an ex-assassin, and he's therefore got sort of assassin-y type skills like stealth and so on. Finally, we've got Thomas.
Thomas is an optimist. He spent most of his life going from sickbed to sickbed, so a lot of book learning. Very much wants to see the world and is excited to experience all the things the world has to offer, whether good or bad, and very much believes that he can help in any situation, despite the fact that he is not too exposed to the real world itself. So he's very naive.
But he became a Vault Hunter, presumably to try and help people.
Oh, of course. It's a best application of his skills. He knows how to do all sorts of things.
So, just to clarify on durability, when you fire a weapon, you will consume ammo. You'll also consume durability of the weapon. The ticks actually represent 1 combat round worth of ammo. So, when I say you've got 2 rounds, there's actually a specialty called ammo conservation that would allow you to have 4 rounds instead of 2 because you'd conserve ammo. So my assumption is that, you'll fire a few shots in a round, rather than just firing the 1.
Okay.
With an assault rifle, again, there's 3 rounds of ammunition, but that fires a 5-round burst. So, you've got some choices. When you're using a sword, you'll take durability damage equal to the number of hits that you do. So you need to be quite careful with your sword and make sure that it gets repaired properly. That's why you've got quite a lot of engineering skill, Robert. The karma cards can be played at any time. Because you have them replaced, you're able to play as many karma cards as you've got. So, Ant, you've got the 1 good, the 1 evil, and you can replace them. You can play them both in 1 turn and then replace them. You can't play the replacements until your following turn, or I think a reasonable amount of time has passed if you're out of combat. There are 20 different types, and they're slightly weighted towards the less powerful being more likely to turn up with the cards. The karma cards are pretty much the thing that sets you apart from other things, so use them wisely. The good karma cards give you good things, they make good things happen to you. The evil karma cards make bad things happen to you, but if you overcome them, you get some kind of reward.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
So, Ant, you have a rather interesting specialty. Despite having evil karma, you actually get 1 good karma card and 1 evil karma card, because you have the specialty Mixed Messages. So, what I've got for you is Perfectly Placed and Leaper. Perfectly Placed allows you to avoid a killing blow by having an item break that was in the way. Leaper allows you to turn any infected that you come across into a leaper. These have additional abilities, particularly in terms of movement. Any infected mutant you come across, you can turn into a leaper. You can... they gain speed, and they gain sneak attacks, because they jump. In fact, funny story, leapers were originally... we applied it to a bear, and they became a drop bear. Right, Robert, you have 1 evil, and that means you have brass balls.
That's very good.
Finally, we have Thomas, and Thomas, you are a good person.
I mean, that's debatable, but, I mean, hey.
Well, you try and do good in the world.
I might inadvertently do bad things, so we'll see what happens.
So first of all, we have a common foe. A passerby appears and helps you out with the combat before moving on.
Wandering stranger, please.
Secondly, we've got Caught My Eye. Whenever you roll an investigation check, you will be able to re-roll all non-successes on your roll. So, you roll 5 dice, you roll 1 success and 4, 1, 5, 6, and 6. You get to re-roll the 1, 5, 6, and 6.
Okay, so I can re-roll failures and non-successes.
And fumbles, indeed. Anything that's not a success.
Okay.
Okay, so you are approaching the town of Westbrook. The 3 of you are dragging the pallet of injection, which is just, it's piled high, you've been dragging it for days, but you're nearly there now. It is wheeled for what it's worth.
Oh, that's good. It's a start.
It's certainly quite heavy, though. And you've been dragging it for 5 days, and you're finally in sight of the town of Westbrook.
Sweet.
So I'd like you all to roll me wits and investigation as you kind of just come into sight of the town.
4 10s, 3 9s, 2 5s, 1 2.
Okay, so 7 for Ant, 4 for Robert, and
3.
And 3 for Thomas. All of you instantly notice that there are no guards on the gate.
Well, that's not good.
I'd say this is mildly worrying to you. It would not be normal for any village to have no guards on duty at any time. That's what you notice with 3 and 4 successes. With 7 successes, you not only notice there are no guards on the gate, you notice there are no people at all. There are no recent tracks outside the town. Not for, everything that you see, you would estimate it's more than 3 or 4 days old. So no one's left the town in 3 or 4 days. It's you have an eerie feeling, to say the least.
Ugh.
Interesting.
So what are you going to do?
Do we care more about the injections or on safety? I guess that's kind of the problem now, isn't it?
So what we're gonna do is, I'm just gonna say, you guys know there's actually like no one inside the building. There's no guards, and apparently there is no one inside.
No one? I mean, are they sleeping?
I don't know. Maybe a Monday roast or something happening, or
They probably slept in. Let's just go wake them up. Don't worry about it. You know, I'm sure whoever was on guard duty, they're busy doing something. Maybe they're having a party or something. Let's just.
Let's see where they went, I guess.
Yeah.
could be someone's birthday.
Yeah.
So you're going to head in, but be cautious, right?
Yeah.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, so you're going to head inside. You wheel up to the gates. I'm going to stick with your previous successes. Just I don't need you rolling and rolling and rolling the same thing. That gets a bit tedious. You're all looking around very carefully, and there are no obvious people around to receive this delivery. So a delivery of injection based on what Cynthia told you, you ought to have someone wanting that injection. You know, they're a little behind, their stores are running low, and no one lets their injection run low in this world. So there ought to be people who are looking at you, you know, trying to find you, no matter what else might be going on. This is somewhat eerie. And as you approach, you actually notice a pair of legs sticking out from behind one of the buildings further into the town. They're not moving.
Hey, guys,
What?
there's a person over there with legs out.
Oh, they're sleeping?
They're not moving. If they were sleeping, their legs would be moving by now. So my guess is he dead.
What?
Well, maybe if we approach it slowly, we could.
How far away is the guy?
20 meters. It's not very far. Well, now that Ant's pointed it out to you, you can see it.
See what he died of. That's what I would like to know.
I'm gonna run over to him because I rolled the dumb things to do.
Okay. You run over to him. As you round the corner, you actually see there are two more bodies just there. If you want to examine them, you are a decent medic, so you can roll me intelligence medicine.
Can do that. 3 degrees of success.
Okay, 3 successes. He was shot in the heart
Oh,
at point blank range.
well, that's pretty. Okay.
The two other bodies seem to have suffered a similar fate, but maybe were a bit further away. So the other two of you, Thomas just ran ahead.
Kind of panicked by the way.
So what are you guys going to do?
Gonna follow him and see can provide cover. Yeah.
I'll follow too, but I'll check my surroundings just in case if loud noises happened and may have attracted anyone.
Could you roll me an intelligence investigation, and I'll come back to you in a second to ask how you did. Robert, as you have an ability, an experience in this kind of scenario, I would like you to roll me an intelligence and investigation. Yeah, roll me intelligence and investigation.
And I got 2 successes.
Okay, so even though it's fewer successes, because you have experience in this scenario, your guess is this is some kind of execution. There was one person there who shot the guy in the heart as he was sort of standing forward going, please, please don't kill them. They shouldn't die. And then bang, bang, the other two died too. Those shots were further away. They're a bit more sloppy. Good groupings, though. Whoever did this has talent.
History-wise, do we know if any is there like any rivalry or different factions, or is it just like survival?
It's you don't know of this town specifically. The White Cross didn't say anything about any rivalries or any reason. Like, they literally, the time limit is up. Someone needs to take them injection. We don't have capacity right now. Can you take it? Here's 100 bros.
Yeah. I propose we try to search the city and see if there's any survivors or anything like that.
Yeah, that'll be good.
So are you going to spread out or all search together?
With that situation, I'd rather search together.
Okay. Ant, you were looking around to see if there was anything that was a threat.
Yes. 5 successes?
Awesome. You're really good at this. Now that you've changed your vantage point, you see a couple more corpses off in the middle distance, and you're also sure that you saw some movement off in a different direction. Say, the corpses are east and the movement is north, for the sake of argument.
Guys, I think I just saw something north from us. I think I just saw movement from the distance.
Okay.
Let's go over there. I mean, they might be hurt.
So I will go stealthily and try to just go north without being seen and try to see if I can get closer to it.
Roll me a dexterity and stealth.
Sure. 2 successes.
2. Okay. So what you do is you look at the place and you see that the movement kind of flitted between 2 buildings. So you go round the other way while those 2 head straight towards it. You move as stealthily as you can. As you stick your head round the corner, there is a face looking back at you. The eyes sort of widen and it's a little girl, maybe 8 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Her eyes widen and she turns and runs in the other direction, straight into Thomas.
Ah! Are you okay? Are you okay?
So she is totally silent. She sort of opens her mouth as if to squeal, but no sound comes out. And then she's kind of looking around frantically for a way to escape. But you're between 2 buildings and Robert's behind Thomas and Anta in front. There's nowhere for her to run.
Put my hands up and just. Are you okay? What happened? We're not gonna hurt you. We're not gonna hurt you.
She starts kind of, she's gonna panic, and she's gonna cower. Just sort of.
Does she have any visible wounds on her or anything?
No, she doesn't. She's pale, bit malnourished. You know, she clearly hasn't eaten for a few days, maybe longer. But she's not been cut or shot.
Rations that we'd have on our persons.
Although in a normal sort of full-length game or a campaign, I would go, okay, you have restricted rations, you have restricted water, use it carefully. I'm going to say that you have enough for reasonable usage.
Okay. I mean, basically looking for something to just like a meal bar or something I could just pull out and just offer something to eat.
Okay, so yeah, it's kind of an energy bar that the White Cross make that they gave to you. So yeah, you hand her one of those.
Okay.
And she'll kind of reach for it hesitantly, and then take it, unwrap it, and just start eating it ravenously. It's gone in seconds.
Okay, well that's it.
I'll keep walking around the surroundings stealthily as I can, just trying to see if there's anyone hiding. Yeah, just walk around.
Look around and try and find out more about what happened. Roll me a dexterity and investigation. Just FYI for any GMs out there who are watching, I'm combining those 2 because it would be dexterity stealth and intelligence investigation. I think dexterity investigation is a nice little kind of middle ground that it avoids having to roll 2 rolls.
I got 4 successes.
4 successes. Okay, so you're wandering around. That's going to take you a minute or 2. I'm going to leave these. I'm going to come back to these 2 dealing with the girl for a minute, and I'll come back to you shortly.
I'm going to try to get her to talk. Hey, you know, what's your name? Where are your parents? What happened? You know, try to get whatever I can. Get her to speak at least.
She's kind of backing away from you a little bit and kind of making sort of scared body language gestures, but she's not saying anything.
Okay. Make sure I'm like crouched down to her level.
Mm-hmm. Roll me a charisma persuasion. You know, I'm not going to hurt you. I get what you're doing. Yeah. Sort of, don't worry, I'm here to help kind of thing.
3 successes.
That's a scared little girl. She is going to shake her head. Shake her head and point at her throat, I think.
You don't talk? Okay, so you don't talk.
She just kind of mouths some words and tries to, yeah.
Okay.
What she'll do is she'll kind of beckon you. She's still looking a bit scared, but she'll beckon you, and she'll take you sort of across the road into a building, and there are 2 bodies on the floor. Okay.
Oh.
And what she'll do is she'll walk up to one of them and reach into the pocket and pull out a piece of paper.
That works.
Okay, and she'll hand you that piece of paper.
Is there anything on?
Now, both of you who are in this building, I'd like you to roll me a wits and investigation, please.
Oh boy. 5.
5.
There is a banging on the door upstairs. It's a suspicious kind of banging. Like, it does not sound like a living person banging.
Oh.
It sounds a lot more like kind of a shambler banging on the door.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she's handed you this piece of paper. Now I'm going to quickly cut back to Robert. So Robert, walking around the town, you found a few of the houses are locked. Most of them are open, but like 4 or 5 of them are locked.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that are open are empty. There are no valuables there. People didn't leave in a hurry. They took everything that mattered with them.
Yeah. And is there anything else for me to search except for the locked houses?
You got 4 successes, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
There's a path out of town at the back that seems to lead into some sort of cave or mine or something. And there are a lot of footprints there, which are a couple of days old, but probably fresher than anything you guys found at the entrance.
Okay. So I figure I'm gonna tell the other guys about it and try to see what's in the locked houses, and yeah.
So you'll regroup with the other guys where they are with in that house.
Yeah, I figure I don't know where they are, but it's like, or is it small?
No, you will have seen where they went. I mean, you're kind of watching all the time, so you watched where they went.
Okay, that's fair. Then I'll just go with them and tell them about it.
Okay. So as Robert walks in, it was Thomas who has the paper. So Thomas, you unroll the paper.
Yep.
And it says, "We've gone to the Rapture. Join us."
Well then.
I would like anyone who is not Thomas to roll me an intelligence and esteem if you want to. Neither of you have esteem. So it'll be intelligence and luck, and you have to roll 10s.
Yeah, I'm the one with the steam.
Sorry, Thomas, you're you are precluded from this by the fact you are naive.
I'm
Nothing.
totally cool with that.
Nothing? And no ones either.
No one's either.
I don't know what's going on with my rolling because I've got 4.
4 10s?
Yeah.
Or 5 dice?
Yeah.
Okay, you have actually come across this before, Ant. When you were younger, there was a person who called himself a reverend who came to the high-rise slums, to your floor, your area. He offered everyone a way to live their lives better, to be better than they are, to have more than they've ever had in their lives. About half of your people, the people who lived in your small community, decided to go with him. You never saw them again.
Okay.
But he promised them rapture. Now, since you've grown up and you've learned about a faction that is called the Cult of Progression, and the Cult of Progression believe that being infected is the best possible outcome for any human being. So they think it's the next level of evolution, or however they sell it to a particular community, but they send out these reverends to convert people into infected. Now that you've seen this is maybe a more extreme example than what happened to your community, but you can absolutely see that a couple of dissenters were killed, and everyone else, yeah, he referred to it as a rapture as well, so...
So I have a look again and just say, the rapture is basically turning into them, the zombies.
That sounds lovely. Although I did see a track of that's like 2 days old of them going somewhere out of the city. We might still have time to actually give them injections if we're still fast enough.
So injection is good for 48 hours.
Yeah. So if they used the past like 2 days ago, it might still be good enough.
It might just still be in, and there is a chance that they die of that injection overdose. But yeah, there is a chance, you're right, there is a chance you can save some of them.
So shall we try to do that? Pick up some injections and just go for it?
Well, it's either that or let them all die, so I'll say, why not? We'll give it a risk.
So I guess I reckon we can carry like some amount of injections to do that.
Oh, good, yes. Let's see, between you have 7 for Ant, 9 for Robert, and 6 for Thomas, spare encumbrance. So I'm going to say that you can probably carry enough injection to give overdoses to about 30 people.
Okay, sure. I'll pick my part.
And that's just what you're carrying. You can hide the pallet somewhere and come back for more if you need to. You will be totally loaded though. You won't be able to carry any more than that.
How good am I at lockpicking?
What is your larceny?
Am I good at all? I don't know.
You are not good at lockpicking. Ant has a little bit of lockpicking experience, but no one else is really very experienced. So you can give it a go. You're more a kick doors down kind of guy, or climbing through the unlocked window, to be more accurate.
Yeah. I mean, we can kick it and barricade it and just. So I propose we put the injections in a locked house, because there's some locked houses. We can probably leave it there. They don't seem to be harmed. Pick some injections, go there. Try to find who's left of them.
Robert, by now you will have noticed the banging upstairs.
Oh, I think we have a more immediate problem. I'll try to. So there's like banging behind the door or something. Is that?
Yeah. Well, I mean it's upstairs. You can't tell, but it sounds like someone banging on a door.
I think we have to take care of that first. So I'll walk upstairs, stealthily, try to see if I can get behind whatever that is, or have another way in.
Roll me a dexterity stealth.
Sure. 3 successes.
Okay, so you walk up the stairs. You notice, actually, you're so used to walking upstairs silently, you notice that there was one that would have creaked and you actually step over it. So you walk up the stairs. You're very good at this. This is your wheelhouse, right? Sneaking into people's houses and assassinating them is what you did.
You're a nice guy.
He's reformed. He's trying to do differently. So yeah, you walk up the stairs, you skip the one that would have creaked, and you come to the door. So the door, there's a corridor, and you peek your head around the other door, but it seems like they're trapped in a bedroom, basically.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a door and banging on it, but that's about it.
Okay. Try to whisper. Guys, do you want to come up there? Might need some muscle.
I mean, you're probably dropping all pretense of stealth at this point, so yeah, you can just go, guys, get up here.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess I'll head up there. Very, very, very cautiously.
Okay.
I don't like the stuff.
Magnum out, I assume.
Oh, yes. Magnum out.
And Ant, are you going up as well?
Oh, I'm going up there.
Okay, awesome. So you three are now standing outside the door. Rachel, which is the name of the kid, just for our benefit. She's come up the stairs behind you, but she stayed like halfway up the stairs, like just so she can peek over the sort of the edge of the floor, so she can peek over and see, but she doesn't want to be close. She wants to be ready to run away.
Yeah, just kind of like turn door and just we'll take care of this.
So you try and open the door, but the door is locked. The banging probably intensifies when you turn the door handle.
I'm going to stand off to the side so I don't get out in front of the door, because I don't want to get the first hit.
Okay. So Robert moves off to the side of the door and gets his sword ready.
Should we just kick down the door?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to step back, kind of. I'm basically going to be by the stairs, protecting Rachel.
Okay, so you back off even further than Robert did, and that leaves Ant standing near the door. Ant, you want to kick down the door? Double strength.
Yes, I might as well.
Can I give him instruction on how to kick it?
Yeah, absolutely. Roll me charisma instruction. You have engineering, so that would be the applicable skill in this case.
Engineering, okay, yeah.
Yeah, you've got to have a point in your skill to instruct it. I think I noted that on the sheet.
Yeah.
But you have engineering, so you're good. Or even construction, it might be, but either of them, you're both. So
I got 6.
6 successes. Right. Ant is going to be double strength plus 6 dice.
Okay.
Because he's like, okay, right here is where you want to kick it, because it's going to swing inwards. You kick it in the lock. It's gonna shatter, and it'll push the shambler back. So we'll have the chance to kill it before it can charge us.
Well, I can tell you right now, we're definitely going to kick down the door.
It's good. Door fighter.
Just do another 6. We got 7 success.
Okay, so you kick down the door. That takes 3 of your successes. You're also going to deal 4 pain damage to this zombie.
Okay.
it staggers back, and it's most certainly, on the back foot. So, I'm going to go in the order of the closest to the door to the furthest away from the door. Ant, you're going to get to act first.
Alright.
So yeah, you've just kicked in the door, the lock shattered, swung backwards, hit the zombie went reeling back. It's an infected shambler. Now, I'd like to remind everyone you can play karma cards on infected. Both of the evil karma cards, Leaper and Brass Balls, could be... Oh no, sorry, Brass Balls can be played, but Leaper cannot. It's a shambler.
I'll play mine, Brass Balls.
So, Brass Balls is going to give it some armor. It's going to be 2 damage threshold, 4 kill threshold. So it'll be harder to kill and harder to damage, but yes, doable. Okay, Ant, what are you going to do?
Well, I can see the zombies still standing, or...
Oh, it is. It's still standing, but it reeled backwards, and it's one of those sort of mostly rotted away zombies, so it's trying to regain its balance.
Okay. So I get to see that, and I think a non-noisy way will actually help in this situation. It's just one zombie, so there's no point in me wasting my weapon right now.
Mm-hmm.
I want to save it for later on. So I turn to our stealthiest, which is
Robert.
I'd go to Robert and say, why don't you just use your weapon to take this zombie out? It's no point in me using my assault rifle, only because it's just one zombie.
You might as well die, if you don't use your weapon. Do you want to be infected or something?
No. I just want to save my bullets, just in case we get into a difficult situation later on.
Well, I mean, at least hit it or something, and then...
You could punch it.
Trip it over?
Who doesn't like zombie punching? But no, it's up to you. If you want to say, all yours, guys, and back off, that's totally fine.
Yeah, I'll just say, it's all you guys. I'll keep watch out, just in case there's anyone else coming right behind us.
Wow.
So brave. So brave. My hero.
I'm going to use my sword in that attack then, because he's not going to do anything. So.
1 second, because you have a replacement card. So your replacement card, Alternative Abilities, Robert, gives you the ability to give any infected flammable body mucus.
What? That's awesome.
Yeah, probably not going to do that.
So you can only play infected... karma cards on infected when you see them for the first time.
Okay.
You can play it on another infected. It can be a shambler or a mutant, and you'll be able to make it able to breathe fire.
Mm-hmm. Gonna poison my sword.
Poison your sword. Okay, right. Okay, and roll me a strength melee.
Cool. Two successes, so 2 for damage.
2 dice for damage, yep.
I got 8 and 10, so I think it's toast.
It is not...
Okay.
You are able to poison it, however, and that will have effect, because, this is the post-apocalypse. People have thought about this.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's going to take 2 damage. Your sword is going to take 2 durability damage. You're going to spend 1 of your poison things, and it's poisoned.
Mm-hmm.
I'll also say you step back a little. If you were to just leave it alone now, it would die.
Okay, let's go with this. Have a run for it, guys. Let's just, run.
Okay, so you're gonna make a move. Thomas.
I panic and shoot it.
Okay, fair enough. Roll me your wits and gunnery.
2 successes.
Okay, roll me for damage.
Oh, sorry. Just to clarify, what was the target? There was a 7 to hit him?
It was a 7 to hit, yeah.
Okay.
And you're looking for a 6 to kill it instantly or a 4 to do damage?
Do damage.
Just 1?
Yeah, just 1.
Okay. You shoot it with your magnum. Your magnum's going to take 1 durability, and you're going to lose 1 of your 2 ammo.
Okay.
And yeah, you shot the zombie. Now, that weapon has some stopping power, so it's reeling back now. It's probably against the back wall. There's no window there. There's a window on the other side, but not straight opposite the door. So, yeah, you shoot it, and it reels back into the wall. Because, as I say, that magnum has some stopping power.
Sweet.
Robert has legged it. Ant has legged it. You're left standing there. They'd be able to go past you because they basically did sort of do the thing they did and leg it. So they did get past you. They didn't have to push you out the way to do it. And you kind of stepped to the side a bit, saw it, shot, and now you can do whatever you want.
So I guess I'll kind of take the panicked reaction and just kind of like back away and then like run after them because suddenly I'm alone and that freaks me out.
Yeah, fair dues.
Yep.
Anyway, so you all leg it, and sort of the zombie recovers and starts shambling after you, but before very long at all, it just collapses on the floor. There's a sort of a tumble, and it falls on the floor, and it doesn't move anymore.
Huh.
Because Robert's poison did its work over about 15 seconds.
Yeah. Sweet. Okay.
Alright, anyone fancy trying to pick one of the locked houses? Just see if we can store the pallet here.
Robert, you're going to want to go back up again because you're going to be able to salvage some stuff off it.
Yes, I want the brass and stuff.
Yeah, so you can roll me an intelligence survival to try and salvage anything off it.
Okay.
And you will automatically salvage 50 brass because you can literally cut it open and just pull out the brass, which is all over the inside of its skin.
Ooh, fumble. 2 and 1. 2 failures, 1 success.
Okay, so you are going to make a mistake while opening this, and you're actually going to get spurted, covered in blood, infected blood.
Oh, crap.
So you're going to need to take a dose of injection, and that's going to mean you're at -1 stamina for a while.
Yep, it's fine.
That's going to affect your encumbrance, as well as your health total.
Yep.
So you're down 1 health, and you're down 1 encumbrance.
Got a serious question about that.
Assuming that you instantly take injection, you're going to be fine. But basically, it's 1 person's worth of injection.
Yep, it's fine. Yep.
So you're down to 29 people's worth of injection left. Okay, sorry, the question.
So, taking injection reduces your stamina by 1?
Taking a massive overdose of injection because you got infected reduces your stamina by 1.
If you got 0 stamina, what happens?
You'll stay at 1. I might reduce your health down anyway, because your health can still go lower, but 1 is literally the absolute bare minimum. You're sickly, so you only have 1 stamina.
Yeah, I get that. I do want to check the room where the Shambler was.
It's a bedroom. Unlike other places in the house, it actually has sort of a few bits and pieces of valuable stuff. When I say valuable, I mean sentimental value, you know, photos and everything else that's even vaguely interesting to people has been removed. In this room, there's a photo. It's a family photo. The 2 bodies, you recognize them in the photo. Rachel is also in the photo, and also 1 other person who presumably was this Shambler.
Alright, that makes sense.
Rachel is going to follow you guys up the stairs again, and kind of stand over the body, sort of look down at it, and a tear drops down her cheek.
Mm-hmm.
So, by the photo, can we tell who this was? Like a relative or just, some...
Best guess, older brother, uncle, hard to say.
Okay. But there's just like a picture with all of them in it?
Yeah, all 4 of them, yeah.
Okay. So I wanna just like take that picture with me.
Okay.
Just hang on to that.
No encumbrance, just note it down and you've got it.
Yeah.
So you've got your 30 brass, you took your injection, you had that stamina penalty.
50, yeah.
Yeah, no, my mistake. Add 50 brass to your sheet. Okay, so that is this individual dealt with.
Sweet.
You guys wanted to check out a locked house, didn't you?
If someone could pick it, we could store the pallet of injections up there. Just pick what we need and go to where they hid.
Okay. Ant is probably the best place to do that, as he's the only one with larceny. So, Ant, if you want to do that, do you want to roll me a dexterity and larceny?
Not a problem. I'll do that right now. Four successes.
Okay, so Ant, yeah, you walk up, you stick your ear against the door and you pick it. You've done this a few times before, and yeah, you pick open the door and the door is now unlocked.
Does the door make a noise when we open it?
You're opening it, okay. The door makes a creak when you open it.
Gotta get myself one of those.
Roll me a wits investigation. So wits investigation is a passive search check for any GMs out there. It's useful when someone's going to perceive something, rather than actively are looking for it.
3.
Okay. You hear some footsteps coming down the stairs. Now, these sound much more human-y
Coordinated.
than shamblery. But yeah, there's a clomp, 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 clomp. You have a chance to react.
Keep up your guard. It could be a infected.
Could be a mutant. Yeah. So are you going to back off? Are you going to, what are you going to do? Stay where you are or cool up or...
I'll back up a little bit, but ready my assault rifle.
Okay. Robert and Thomas, what are you guys doing?
I'll just come in. No weapons, John. Just say, did anyone here need any injections?
Is Rachel with us still?
Rachel is trailing behind you a bit, still looking over her shoulder back at the house, but she's sort of vaguely following you.
Okay.
So Robert just walks in. What are you going to do, Thomas?
I'm going to kind of stay outside the building. I'm not interested in just burglaring random buildings. My big concern is Rachel at this point, see how she's taking things, if she's giving me any indication that something else is wrong, or...
Roll me a double charisma, I think. Okay, Robert, you walk in, you go, hey, does anyone need some injection in here? You kind of hear, in response, you hear a ha 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 ha. Injection? Why would I need injection? Yeah. There's a person who's now walking towards you from the stairs.
Okay. Question to the party. Do we kill them or do we forcibly inject them? It's, yeah.
Huh.
I don't care either way.
I will just say, excepting when you poison your blade, you can avoid killing someone with your weapon. You are all good enough to do that for the most part. If you fumble, maybe you kill them by mistake, but you can avoid killing people with even though they're lethal weapons, you can avoid killing people and just injure them very badly.
What do you want to do with this guy? Should we just talk and see if he actually bit cuckoo in the head?
So what are you, one of those reformed?
I should say that infection in general, when you're a mutant, you basically go insane. Right? That's the first step of being a mutant.
So maybe we don't need to kill him. Can I knock him out with the back of my sword?
I should also say that generally, by the time you're insane, it's too late. So within 48 hours, you can do it. Once you start going a bit crazy, it's generally a good sign it's too late.
Well, I guess then we're just gonna have to kill him.
Does anyone want to use one of their evil karma cards? I've got Leaper and alternative abilities out in the party.
Not this one.
We could use Leaper if we really want to, and
he's not gonna go very far still.
Oh, he's already cuckoo in the head anyway, so...
You want to use Leaper?
Yeah, I can do Leaper.
Okay. You are going to use the card Leaper. That gives it 3 times speed, and all its attacks are sneak attacks.
Oh, awesome.
Your replacement card is going to be Armed Infected, which allows you to make an infected armed.
Which means we can loot their weapon.
Yes, it does. That's exactly what it means, actually.
Given that he's insane, would I need to be sneaky to do a sneak attack, or can I just walk up to them and just pretend I'm like normal and just...
Persuade him that you are, just
Sure.
Then you can do that, but he can definitely see you. But prior to a sneak attack, you can absolutely just walk up and talk to him.
Can I try to do that? Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, old buddy, it's been a long time. Haven't seen you in ages. How are you holding up?
Roll me a charisma luck. Your threshold is 8. It would normally be 11. It would normally be impossible, but I'm actually going to reduce it because he is insane.
2 successes.
Fantastic.
Yes, I did.
Okay, so you walk up and go, hey, old buddy, how you doing? And he goes, Steve, how nice to see you. How nice to see you, Steve. How are you, Steve?
Just stabbing him. Not too bad. And then I stab him with a poison sword. right in the belly.
Okay, roll me a dexterity melee. It is a sneak attack, so you're going to get your bonus. So it'll be 4 to kill it. But it'll be 5s to hit him because you're standing right next to him and he's not fighting back.
So I got 3 hit and 3 damage is I mean, I think he's dead because I got 6 and 2 9s.
Yes, he's dead. Yeah, so yeah, you stab him. You did poison your sword, you said so. So, remove another poison. You got 3 hits, didn't you?
Yes.
So that's 3 more durability damage on your sword.
Is it 20 total, or is it?
It's 20 total. I strongly recommend you look at it soon, because if you fail to repair it all in one go, it can never be re-repaired. So if you do a botched job,
Yeah.
you can never re-repair it.
So can I loot him and then repair my sword?
Yeah, as you are looting him, it was Ant's card was Leaper, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
So Ant, you're going to be able to salvage a tier 1 or 2 item of your choice, or any tier 3 ammo. In fact, tier 3 ammo includes magnum ammo, so I'm going to give you 2 rounds of magnum ammo that you are able to retrieve. So I think that'd be very handy for you.
Yeah. What I'll do is I'll take the magnum arrow and give it to Thomas.
Okay, Thomas, you have 2 more magnum rounds.
I got 2 successes on the double charisma roll.
Rachel is... She is upset, but not anywhere near as much as you'd expect if her family died an hour ago. Right? She's clearly had days to process this.
Yeah.
You know, this is not an instant thing. She clearly knew that this individual was a shambler already. Maybe it's even her that managed to lock her in the door. Who knows? In the room. Who knows? But yeah.
Awesome. All right. I mean, my goal at this point is just want to keep her close, play guardian angel with that crap.
Roll me a wits investigation.
3.
Okay, so you're distracted by the gunshot and you kind of look away. And when you look back, her hand's actually in your pocket where you'd taken the power bar from before. She's sort of... but, yeah, she's kind of reaching around in your pocket when you look back. Sneaky little girl.
Jeez, frickin' kids. Alright, yeah, I mean, that's fine. I guess look a little surprised and then be like, well, I guess you were hungry then. Okay. And then I'll go check out the gunshot, because apparently...
Are you going to hand her another bar or just ignore it?
Oh, she didn't steal one from me?
No, the pocket's empty.
Oh, yeah, I'll give her another.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give her another.
She kind of smiles a bit sheepishly and will sit down again. And then you head off and check out the gunshot. So...
I definitely want to walk in the door and say, wait, who's Steve?
Don't worry about it. He's sorted out.
Is that Steve? What?
He's insane.
What? Alright, whatever. I don't...
Yeah, can I repair my weapon?
Yes, roll me, in fact, roll me a double luck.
Okay.
Oh, repair your weapon. I can help with that.
1 success.
So with a double luck, you got incredibly lucky. This happens to be the town blacksmith's house, so in fact there are good facilities here. You are incredibly fortunate. I had decided the town blacksmith was one of those people, so that's pretty awesome.
Cool.
So you're going to get to roll me an intelligence and dexterity and engineering, actually.
I'd like to definitely do instruction on that.
I figured you might. So do you want to roll me a charisma instruction?
Charisma instruction.
Because you'll get a bonus number of dice based on this. From Thomas.
3.
Okay, so you're going to roll me a dexterity and engineering plus 3.
Yes. So 6 successes.
And I believe you had 5 durability damage, is that correct?
Yep.
So you have fully repaired your sword. That gives you an idea of how far you want to get your weapons damaged before you try and repair them. Does anyone else want to get their weapon repaired now that you're here? I think the Magnum has a durability.
Yeah, the Magnum's taking some durability damage. It's taking 1.
Do you want to instruct Robert in doing it, or do you want to do it yourself?
I mean, I can do it myself.
Okay, dexterity and engineering.
Maybe I'll instruct Robert on how to do it.
Okay, same number of dice, Robert. I'm not going to make you all roll the instruction again. That's fine.
As per my instruction, I'm actually telling you how to hit people better with your blade, so you don't cause that damage in that one spot, because you keep hitting a bone, and it's just like it's starting to chip.
But that's the fun part.
And then my gun, I'm like, wow, I suck at shooting. I hold it funny. I don't know. It clipped me weird last time. I don't know. It's weird. It's the grip's falling off.
I've got 3 successes.
Okay, 3 successes. Yes, you are going to cure the durability problems of the Magnum. It's back to full.
Sweet.
Cool.
I'm gonna kind of fast forward a bit because you're gonna push the injection in here. You're gonna close the door again, lock it again.
Yep.
And then you're gonna head out.
Yep.
Okay, so are you gonna head down into the cave? Is that the plan?
That's at least my plan. I don't know if
Yeah.
the others are behind me, but
Yeah, I think that was the idea.
Ant, you still in?
Yeah, I'm still in.
Awesome. You enter the cave, which you very quickly realise is a mine. It's got stays, so you know it's been set up with supports and stuff. What they're mining here is a little beyond you. Obviously, at the mouth of the mine, it's very hard to tell. You are going to enter this. It's a very dark space. Now, I'm going to say that all of you have burning torches for the sake of argument.
Mhm.
Okay, so you set light to your torches and you head on inside the mine. Before long, you realise that actually the path is taking you downwards, deeper into the earth, as you might expect from a mine. And it's spiralling round down. It's not long before actually it opens out on one side. So the path is against the wall, but the centre is like a chasm that goes down, you don't even know because it's dark. You can throw a torch down if you want to, but then one of you will be without a torch. You don't have spares.
Mm-hmm.
I should say, did you bring Rachel with you?
I definitely didn't shy her away. I would prefer to have her stick with us.
Okay, let's see. Wow, okay. Oof. Okay. Rachel is with you. She's latched onto you a bit, Thomas. She's following you, maybe kind of holding your hand sometimes, that kind of thing.
I need a lot of reinforcement too, so this kid's really helping me too,
Okay, so you are gradually descending, down this spiral. I'd like you all to roll me a wits and investigation. Rachel included.
2 successes.
You want to use your Caught My Eye, do you, to re-roll the investigation?
Yes.
That was you, wasn't it? You have Caught My Eye, right?
Yes, I do. I am a nice guy.
Okay.
Well, that's better. I got 4 this time
4.
instead of just the 1.
Okay. Your replacement card for Caught My Eye is called Pooling Talent. Everyone in the party rolls their salvaging at the highest survival skill.
Oh, nice.
7.
7 success. Okay, and how did we do Robert?
2.
So it's 2, 4, 7. And none at all for Rachel, actually. No ones, no successes.
Yes.
You hear footsteps approaching. Sorry, this is just Ant who hears this. And Thomas, Rachel lets go of your hand.
Immediately gonna look to her to see.
She's gone.
She's gone.
And the footsteps have gone as well.
Interesting.
So we were all looking ahead. So
Correct.
I'm assuming she ran away. Like,
And it's like we don't see any light or anything. Cause...
You don't see any light or anything.
Hold on. I'm gonna check my naive roll here. No. Okay. Cool. I stay with the party.
Okay.
I don't wander off randomly to go find the little girl.
Okay, so do you continue spiraling down? Back towards the entrance?
I probably didn't see her run ahead of me.
No, you didn't. She didn't run past you. She just let go, and when you turned around, she was gone.
Yeah. Okay. I'm a little worried because something probably set her off, but I guess.
Ant knows, right? It's like.
So what order are you walking in? I feel like Ant, you might be at the front because you're getting all this perception.
Yeah.
Followed by Robert, followed by Thomas at the back is what I assumed.
Can I just shut off my torch and just full Ant, and if I need to be sneaky?
Okay. Bear in mind you won't see quite so well, but yes, you can.
Yeah, as long as I can see enough to follow Ant, that's fine.
Yeah, you'll be able to see Ant, yeah. Okay, so you extinguish your torch.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll just keep on going down.
Okay. Thomas,
Yeah.
roll me a wits investigation.
3.
2, 4, 6, 7 off 5 dice. Okay, Thomas, everything goes black. Probably the first person to notice would be Robert, because the light behind you goes out.
Mm-hmm.
Again, you thought you heard some footsteps, but it stopped. You turn around and Thomas is not there.
Where did you go?
Do you kind of shout, or...
Wait, everyone, we can't see anywhere.
I stop and hit when I hear that.
Okay. Do you turn around as well?
Yeah, I also do turn around actually.
Roll me a wits investigation.
6.
7. Everything goes black.
Wow, look at that.
Robert, I imagine you had turned around looking for Thomas as well. In that moment, the last light goes out. You're now standing in complete darkness. That heightens the senses a bit. So I'll let you roll me a wits and investigation now.
3 successes.
Okay. You hear footsteps coming from both in front of you and behind you.
That's just great. So first things, I'm going to ask, guys, if you can hear me, just say something.
You're just going to say that, like, guys, if you can hear me, say something.
Yep. And then I'm going to try to move off. So I can hear footsteps on both sides. I'm going to try to move off, like, between them, if that makes sense. That I'm not the same.
That would be into the chasm.
Maybe not.
Or into the wall. You can't do that either.
I'm going to try to move into the wall and maybe towards one of them, but not both.
Which one? Behind or in front?
The one that's behind, like, towards the exit.
Okay. You're going to hear a voice. Don't fight it, brother.
God dang it.
And what about my team? My team doesn't seem to have it.
Your team does not respond. Do you want to do anything?
I'm going to poison my sword and slowly walk towards where we came from.
Okay, you are going to be rolling a blind fight check because you're about to take an attack. So could you please roll me a strength and melee -5?
What? So
Blind fight.
basically 1 dice. No, nothing.
Okay, your sword is ripped from your grasp and everything goes black.